Vicky, you're going to tell us and show us how to do a lateral flow test.
These are a lateral flow test. You can get them from your pharmacy. And I got this from Boots Chemist in Trinity.
And they're free, aren't they? You can just go in.
Yeah, they're free, you don't have to pay for them. But you can do them online, so you can order these online as well, NHS. I think it's NHS/COVID testing. Something like that. But I went to Boots and they just asked and they said, oh yeah. And they do a little form where you fill out your age, your name and what you want in them.
Right.
You're an essential worker. But they are good to do, and I know they're horrible, but they do save. Because they say 1 in 3 people that have got COVID don't know, and they spread it without knowing.
And how often are you having to do them?
I do mine on a Tuesday and on a Saturday. Because when I went back to work after lockdown, they weren't doing it. So I thought, you know what, I'll do it myself. And I just ring the vaccination number. You can actually do it online, but when I tried doing it, there were problems, it wasn't working. So I just did mine on by ringing that number.
So if you couldn't manage to do something online, you could ring a number.
No, you can ring them.
That makes it easier.
There's a little handbook there that tells you what to do. And every week when I do mine, you can actually record your result back there.
Great. So you hang on to that.
Yeah, I just record my result. But in the booklet, it does tell you how to do the kits yourself. Not really. Like that, it tells you what you get in the kit. A little book.
So you know everything that you've got.
Yeah. It tells you what to do. Wash your hands. Like that. And it tells you what to do there.
Great.
Which isn't too bad if someone knows how to read it. But if someone with a learning disability, no. Better off being sure.
So there are easy read leaflets on how to do it, which we could get to people if they needed them.
So like
but hopefully seeing you do it will be even better than a leaflet.
So you wash your hands and use your hand sanitizer, but no need to wash your hands stuff. Water. You don't like that. Make sure your hand sanitizer in. There's one that's cheap that next time your hands got sticky. And you blow your nose. And sometimes if you push a bit too far to make you have a nosebleed. My nose popped. I've done that one before. Thought cut my nose bleeding, but it popped, it didn't, it started running. Like great. Yeah. They're horrible, but they've got to be done though. So you get in your kit, you get all comes packed, it's quite, you get it all in there like that. You get about 7 in your kit.
Right.
So you get your little stick.
Yeah.
Get your little thing that you stick your stick in. And it's just like a pregnancy test. Get that little pack that's coming.
And which end do you hold?
That's a little pregnancy test thing. You put your little drip on there.
So once you've done it, you put on there, and you're saying it works in the same way that it will show up if there's something wrong. Yeah. So when you get your stick,
and then you put your little plastic thing in there like that, in that little box.
So you've got the box, you've got the plastic thing in.
These little water thingies, one of them. Oh, you can, yeah.
Yeah.
And you snap that top off.
Okay, so the liquid you've got.
Yeah.
You snap the top off.
Things you used to get for your hair, the VO5 conditioners that you put in bath. And you squeeze that in there.
So into the plastic container, you're putting the liquid.
That little liquid thing in there.
Yeah.
And this is where you gag. Get it open. Have you started doing yours yet?
When we go into the office at the same time, we will be.
So this is the stick.
So it looks like a giant cotton bud.
Yeah, it does.
So you hold the end, not the cotton bud.
Yeah, because you'd have to contaminate it, bleed. And you go. That's horrible.
So it's sort of like 10 turns.
There you go. What you know. What you know like that. Be careful you don't push it up too far, because you know. Yeah, it tells you properly what to do with booklet, but I've done it that many times. I know what to do.
Yeah.
Then you get that, and you stick it on there like that. Make sure you squeeze it so you get all the stuff off. Like that. Then you close that little lid like that. You get your things like a pregnancy test, and you can see. Then you put it on 2 blobs like that.
Yeah. And then do you wait?
Yeah, like it's going red now. You can see it.
And if it goes red, that means everything's okay.
It goes up red, but then there's these 2 letters here. But in the booklet, it tells you what letters mean, whether it's positive or not. But if that were positive, then I'd have to go and get another test, another ones that you order.
So if your lateral flow test came back and it said that you were positive, then you'd have to do a proper COVID test, which is a different test.
That's what it's doing at a minute. So you'd leave that for 30 minutes. So what I tend to do is just time it on the clock.
Once you've timed it on the clock, so somebody could set an alarm, couldn't they?
Yeah, and then after that, then I just ring that COVID.
And then is
vaccination number. For that vaccination number, you got to press 1 if you're flying from brain. You got to press 2 for this, 2, 1 for that.
So, but you'd press 1 and get through, or you could do it online.
Yeah, but when I did it online, it wasn't working. But it does tell you in the booklet how to do it.
Fantastic.
There, and then it should eventually. But you can see it's too small. Oh look, it's going in. I'm negative. But normally it goes complete. It's going to go completely white, and then it'll have that line.
And when it's positive, what does it come up as?
T at bottom.
T. So T if it's positive.
Yeah, because it tells you in the booklet what them letters mean.
Right. So if it's on T, you need another test and you need to self-isolate.
Yeah, they tell you anyway, when you ring it up, they tell you, oh, ring the government follow the government guidelines. They tell you anyway, and they say, if someone in your household gets COVID, you've got to isolate, wear your mask recommended. You can see it's horrible to do, but it's worth it in the end.
And it was quick, so not very nice, but it didn't take long.
But for someone who's a first time doer, it is a bit, how do I do it?
Would you recommend the first time somebody did it to do it with somebody else?
Yeah, my mum did it with me. She did it. Yeah, look, you can see it's gone white.
Thank you very much, Vicky.
And that's a negative flow test result. And when you register it, there's a big long number there, like a barcode, and they register that in, and they'll turn around and go, oh yeah, it's negative.
Fantastic.
And that call, when you ring up, you just say you're registering a negative flow test, COVID flow test, and they'll do it all for you. They'll ask your name, your gender, your date of birth, your mobile number. And afterwards, when it's done, which I'll show you, you get a text message from COVID, what your test result is. Yep, you're in it. So after when you've registered it, you get a text message like that with your name saying, that's it, with details on.
Do you need to be registered with the track and trace on your phone?
No, they just do it all for you. They get your number, you say your number to them and they ask you it all, and then when the call's done, then it must not automatically go through. And they do it all. Like that, I'm negative.
I'm very glad you're negative.
Yeah, I am.
And thank you very much.